You shall be known as Darth Vader.
Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do?
For decades, we've been told the story of Anakin Skywalker is the ultimate tragedy. He's the fallen hero seduced by the dark side in a desperate, misguided attempt to save the woman that he loved. We're taught to pity him, to see his fall as the galaxy's greatest loss. Cautionary tale of good intentions gone horribly wrong. But what if the entire narrative is a lie? What if the story of Anakin Skywalker isn't a tragedy about a hero who fell, but the story of a drunken, abusive man whose own rage and violence cost him everything that he claimed to love? Forget the idea that he was seduced by the dark side. Anakin's darkness was always there, simmering right beneath the surface, and Padme was his first and most personal victim. This isn't a story about a fall, it's about a revelation that the moment the hero's mask finally dropped to reveal the monster beneath. While the final implosion happens in Revenge of the Sith, the red flags were there from the start. His reunion with Padme wasn't romantic, it was obsessive. Did you see the way that he was looking at her? He saw a fantasy he built in his head, not the woman in front of him. His possessiveness developed into a dangerous need for control. The most damning evidence was the confession after slaughtering the Tusken Raiders. He told Padme he killed not just the men,
but the women and the children too.
He showed her the monster, and instead of backing away in fear, she comforted him. And in that moment, his violence was met with acceptance, not accountability. This dynamic became a pattern. Throughout the Clone Wars, his jealousy need for control grew unchecked. He spoke to Padme with the language of ownership, treating the senator and former queen like a child who needed his permission. This wasn't the behavior of a heroic partner. It was a classic intimidation tactic of an abuser. He constantly shut her out,
don't shut me up,
refused to communicate, and let his resentment and anger build a wall between them, setting the stage for his final catastrophic turn. Revenge of the Sith opens with Anakin at the peak of his power, but also his instability. His fury when the Jedi Council denies him the rank of master isn't justified. It's the tantrum of an entitled narcissist who believes the rules don't apply to him. His rant to Padme after the council meeting is pure blame shifting.
Obi-Wan and the council don't trust me.
In his mind, nothing is ever his fault. The fault always lies with others. The Jedi, Obi-Wan, anyone who doesn't give him exactly what he wants. He refuses to take personal responsibility and is the cornerstone of an abuser's mindset. It creates a festering resentment that Palpatine massively exploits. Palpatine doesn't just offer power, he offers validation for Anakin's anger, his entitlement, and his deep-seated paranoia. The dark side isn't some magical force that seduces him to his will, it's a permission to slip to finally become the man he's been all along, a monster, a drunk, and an abuser. And he takes that permission without hesitation. His first true act as a Sith apprentice proves it, the slaughter of the Jedi younglings. This isn't a man trying to save his wife, this is a monster drunk with power. The final most personal horror is what he does to Padme and Mustafar. When she comes to him, horrified by what he's done, he doesn't hear her pleas. He only hears what fits his new world view. He screams,
I have brought peace, freedom, justice, and security to my new empire.
This isn't the voice of a liberator, it's a chilling mantra of a dictator, the ultimate expression of control. The second he sees Obi-Wan, his paranoid rage consumes him. There's no trust, no benefit of doubt for the woman he claims to love, only accusation.
Liar! You're with him! You brought him here to kill me!
In his delusion, he instantly casts himself as the victim, turning on the very person he supposedly crossed the galaxy to save. Then, he does the unthinkable. He raises his hand and force chokes his pregnant wife into unconsciousness.
No!
This is the ultimate act of domestic violence. The man who slaughtered children now aims the same murderous rage at his own family. In that one horrifying moment, any illusion of his tragic love is shattered. He proves his quest was never about saving her, it was about possessing her. In the moment he felt that possession was being threatened, he chose violence, just like a drunk abuser would do. Shortly after, Padme is taken to the hospital, and the medical droid says,
"She has lost the will to live.
This isn't a weak plot point. She didn't die of a broken heart in some poetic sense. She died because the man she loved revealed himself to be a monster, then brutally, physically assaulted her. Her spirit was broken by the sheer horror of what he had become and what he did to her. Her death was a direct result of his abuse. Anakin's greatest fear was losing Padme, and yet his own actions, fueled by jealousy, rage, and bottomless need for control, were the very thing that killed her. Palpatine's line, delivered with a chilling sneer, isn't just a taunt, it's the absolute truth.
It seems in your anger, you killed her.
I couldn't have.
Anakin didn't just lose his family to the Jedi, or to Obi-Wan, or to some cruel twist of fate. He lost his own family because he was an abuser and a drunk with power. He isolated himself with rage, betrayed everyone who cared about him, and ultimately destroyed the very person he claimed he couldn't live without, all while losing custody of his own kids in the process.
We must take them somewhere where the Sith will not sense their presence. I will take the child and watch over him.
The story of Anakin Skywalker isn't about a hero who fell into darkness. It's about a man who was finally consumed by the darkness he carried inside himself all along. So what is your take? Was Anakin Skywalker a tragic hero, or was he the villain of his own story from the start? Let me know down in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.